Good day and welcome back to Horsemanship 101 again. Today we're going to talk about yawning, horses yawning. Not a particularly important or informative subject, but I've had a number of comments on my videos and even on Facebook and stuff, about my horses yawning. And they're always talking about how much they yawn. And we're about to see an example of that right now, I think. But it's not unusual. Quite a few of my videos, you will see my horses yawning. Just like this one's doing right now. And I'm going to explain what this is because it's not actually yawning. And it's a very, very common misunderstanding that people have when they see horses doing this. They think they're yawning. No, they're not. Actually, that one was just doing it too. There we go. See, yawning. No, it's not. It's not actually. Do horses actually yawn? Maybe. I don't know. I can't say for sure. But what I can tell you is that what you're seeing here right now is not yawning. It is actually something that very common when horses eat something, particularly other than the grass or hay that they are designed for. And usually when you see my horses doing this, it's because I just finished giving them one of these little pellet treats. And after a couple of bites, this isn't something that's, a normal part of their diet and they're designed for. And what happens is, after it gets crunched up a little bit, it gets lodged in the back of the mouth, which goes all the way back. The jawbone actually goes all the way back to here. So that food can easily get lodged way in the back of the mouth. And what they're actually trying to do when they're doing that is they're trying to dislodge food that is stuck back here. And that's why if you ever read a tube of wormer paste, it always tells you do not administer it to a horse, and make sure that it hasn't eaten within a half an hour administering it, because they can actually keep food in the back of their mouth for up to half an hour, and that can cause problems with the worming, but that's not important. I'm not going to get into that, but the fact is, when you see a horse yawning, there's a good chance it's not actually yawning. What it's actually trying to do is dislodge food from the back of their mouth. And if you watch closely, you'll notice that shortly after they do it, I just missed that when doing it, you'll see them licking and maybe a little bit extra chewing and then some swallowing because they've gotten that food out. Oh, darn, I can't see it. The other horse was in the way. There you go. See her licking. She's actually just finished getting that food out of the back of her mouth, got it down to where she can manipulate it around with her tongue, and then she'll finish chewing it and then swallow it, or whatever the case may be. But frequently what you see, and the reason you see it so much with my horses is because frequently just before I turn on the camera, I have given them treats, and those things are not a part of their natural diet and are more likely to get lodged in the back of their mouth back here. And all they're really doing, they're not yawning. They're just trying to get that food out so that they can chew it up, finish it, and swallow it, which is exactly what you're seeing them doing right now. You'll notice she's licking, and there's some, chewing movement, and you'll probably eventually, if you watch the throat, you'll see a swallowing. That's what they're doing. It's not actually yawning, and I wouldn't bother to do this. It's not horribly important, but I've had it, like I said, I've had a number of comments about my horses yawning in my videos and, that sort of thing. And I just thought I'd explain that. They aren't really yawning. They're actually dislodging food so they can finish chewing it up and then swallow it. And so that's what you're looking at. Do horses actually yawn? I honestly, I can't answer that question. They don't breathe through their mouth, so it's unlikely. They actually breathe through their nose, although the mouth and nose are connected, which you'll notice if you ever see a horse coughing, it always coughs out of its mouth, not through its nose. But when they're breathing hard, they're breathing through their nose. They aren't breathing through the mouth. That's why you'll rarely see a horse with its mouth open unless it's, somebody's yanking hard on a bit or something that's making it open its mouth up. Typically, a horse will do all of its breathing through the nose. So I think it's highly unlikely that it's going to breathe through its mouth and yawn, an actual yawn. Do they yawn? Don't know. Can't say for sure, but I can tell you that what you usually see, particularly with my own, it's not actually yawning. So I just thought I'd do this one and just let you know, because it took me years to figure that one out myself, because it does look like they're yawning, but they're not. Have a good day.